Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This here is little Gerard. If you're new, he is 15 weeks now, so just over 3 months. He's 3.5 months really. And I thought since I haven't shared his kind of updates in a while, I would go ahead and do that. So first off, weight-wise, he is 14 pounds, 12 ounces. So he's up 2 pounds since the last update that I gave, which is like 6 pounds, 13 ounces from birth. So he is steadily gaining weight. He is nice and chub. You can see in his little cheeks. You got chubby cheeks, huh? He is in 3 to 6 month clothing. He's in size 1 diapers. His wake windows right now are about 1 hour and 20 minutes, depending on, time of day and the last nap. Oh my goodness, spit up. 1 sec. Okay, we're back. I have him next to me, kind of doing some tummy time here. But his wake window is about 120 minutes, depending on his last nap. Sometimes the last wake period of the day is more like 2 hours. I'll kind of explain more on that when I go through our schedule. So he wakes up about 6:30 or 7:30, somewhere in between, but within that hour range usually. And then he has about 4 naps a day. And big update since the last time I talked to you. Last time we were doing all contact naps. I'm able to put him down for almost every single nap, unless we're on the go and I need to carry him because we're at something for his sisters or something. I'm able to transfer him down. He has a sleep sack. Right now we're pretty much using the Merlins. I have a Merlin sack, which is not like the Marshmallow Man type, and we'll use that sometimes, and sometimes we use the suit, like the one that makes you look like a Marshmallow Man. I would also like to have a Dreamland baby because I do have one, but it's in a bigger size, and if I had one in this size, I would probably use that too. But right now, Merlin is pretty much what we're using because I don't want to buy more. And anyway, I put him in that, which kind of signals to him at this point that it's nap time, which is really cool that he gets that trigger this young at an age. And then I do have to rock him. So I'll put him in change his diaper, put him in his sleep suit, rock him a little bit. It doesn't take him that long to fall asleep anymore because I've kind of learned his wake windows pretty good and I have these signaling things. So that's really nice. And then I can put him down and he sleeps for anywhere from 45 minutes. Most naps are 45 minutes to 1 hour, and I get 1 long stretch, usually between 2 and 3 hours, sometimes 3.5, where he is doing a nice solid sleep. That time changes every day. Sometimes it's 11 and he sleeps till like 2. Sometimes it's 1 to 4, and sometimes it's 3 to like 6, and then he does 1 more cat nap and goes straight to bed. So the timing of that long stretch changes, but he usually does do 1 long stretch a day, which is so nice. I can't wait for the more predictability when you know when that long nap is gonna be, because I swear if I plan something, that long nap is always right when I planned to go somewhere. So we always have to end up canceling our plans, but it is what it is for now. And then he goes down for nap, again, depending on when that long nap was or what his wake windows were that day. He'll go down anywhere between 6 and 7:30. Just depending on what's going on. At night, he is doing worse than the last time I spoke to you about his kind of schedule. He's now up at like 3 times a night, and lately it's been more like 4. Just, he's teething, another update. So that has been really causing some issues for us, but typically he'll wake up around 11:30, which he was not doing before. He was doing a solid stretch till like 1:30 or 2. Now he has like this earlier wake up around 11:30, then the 1:30 to 2, and then the 5 to 6. So just depends. Every night is different still, but teething has definitely changed things lately. Nursing, he is doing every 2 to 3 hours, except for, of course, if he's doing a longer stretch, then he'll go longer nursing. But his latch is still not great. We've been doing body work at the chiro, but his tongue and his ties seem to kind of have like reattached. I don't think they regrew like as stretchy as they maybe are supposed to. So when he nurses, I mean, I can hear it. It clicks. He's letting air in. You can hear the air being swallowed. It's just not a great latch. And so unless we go get him revised again, which right at this moment we just can't afford to. I think I'm gonna take him to a CST, a craniosacral therapist, and maybe they can help him do a little bit more relaxation work to get a better latch, because it's hurting me. It doesn't feel good for me, and he's just taking in so much air that it just is not fun for him either. So the latch situation and the nursing situation is still not great. I did try cutting dairy for the last month or so, and it has not helped at all. It was easy because it's been Lent, so I gave up most things that I like that are treats. I've been able to give up. I haven't completely cut it. Like if there's cheese in a salad or something, I will eat it, but it's been a good experiment, like just having very minimal, and to see if he's gotten better or worse. And in the last month, I would say he's actually gotten worse. So I think I can pretty much rule out the dairy situation. I don't think dairy is bugging him. Personality wise, he is pretty happy. He just has the biggest eyes and gives lots of smiles and loves to play and be with his sisters. Like, he has found his voice, and so he is squealing and yelling and talking when he locks eyes with somebody. It's really cute. He started laughing too, so if you like tickle him, he will do a big giggle. If one of the girls looks at him and kind of says hi in like a really squeaky voice, he will kind of laugh. Or it's just really, you know, cute to see their little personalities start to open up and bubble. His activities nowadays, we're talking, as I mentioned, he still loves clapping and then doing like this twisting motion, I'll say. So like dig 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 dig, stuff like that, which I think he's confused because I'm doing it facing outward instead of facing me right now. But he definitely has a good handle on his leg coordination. He sits in this bouncer a lot. Let me just kind of show you, which has these little toys hanging from it. And I am amazed that his little feet, he can take them so intricately and grab the little rings, pull them to make them make a noise, and he can find the one he's looking for. I actually, like, he has probably just as good of dexterity with his little feet as I do. It's kind of crazy how fast he developed that skills. And now he's starting to figure his hands out. So we'll do a lot of like little dangle things, and then he'll reach out and try to grab him. You can see his hand immediately went out. So he's trying to figure out that coordination there. See, he grabbed that ring and try to figure out how to like bring it to his mouth or bring it to where he wants it to go. So we've been working on that. That is definitely one of our activities. And then I will say he has started rolling from tummy to back. He was doing it last month, but it was like not purposeful. His big heavy head would just kind of send him over. He started to do it purposefully now. So that's been pretty cool. And it's not all the time. It's, you know, sometimes he doesn't, even when he's trying to, but he has done it. He probably does it at least once or twice a day. So I'd say he's gotten it at this point, but he hasn't mastered it, I guess, if that makes sense. Other activities that we do, just to give you some ideas if you want, and I'm gonna link my 3-month other video for my other kids so that you can kind of see. I don't have time to film all the activities anymore. I just, you know, too much stuff going on with too many kids. But I have that one so you can take a look if you want more activities. But just some other things we're doing is doing this, where he just kind of grabs the thing in front of you, looking in the mirror, and I think I said earlier that he just loves that. So this little Tummy Time visual card has a mirror on it, so we'll just do that at Tummy Time, and then it has these little cards. But also if the older kids are in the bath, then while they're taking a bath, I'll just kind of sit over by the mirror, and we have like a big large door mirror, and I'll sit kind of like this with him so he can look in the mirror at himself while I can kind of watch the kids in the bath. And he just laughs at himself and tries to get himself, and it's just so sweet. I love mirror time. He is also soundtracking, and this is something easy you could do. So a rattle is really good for that. But you can kind of shake it and see if you can get them to follow it. You can see there, he heard it and then just like, you know, immediately went towards it and can kind of track and follow it. So that's another thing you can do. I don't think I have it with me right here, but there is a rolling drum that we have. And I will do that during tummy time with him. And again, it's just like a bell with a little rolling thing and they can track it. Crinkle paper is a good sound type of thing that we do. I swore I had crinkle paper and like all these things right here, but someone must have taken off with him. Okay, so this is a scarf, not what I'm talking about, but a crinkle paper, you know, where you touch it and it makes the noise, or it's like a crinkle book. It's really good for cause and effect, for them to start learning that cause and effect thing. So that's really good activity that they can do. And teethers are good for them to bite on at this age. He has started teething, so teethers definitely have been something that we are using. But I don't know if you knew this, but chewing on things for them is a way that they explore, and it actually helps them to gain their speech, like helps them with their speech skills. So let them bite on those teethers, guys, or you know, whatever else they're trying to put in their mouth with reason. And let's see, I think that's kind of what I have off the top of my head. The only other thing I'll probably show you that we do use a lot is these little suction spinning things. So I will, again, sit with him kind of in front of me like this, like in my lap, and I will stick this on a window, and then I'll let him reach for it. And the cool thing is it spins and makes a noise. So that is really fun for them to get their attention. Likewise, if he's in a high chair or something, I could suction it to the tray and it could be more flat, and then he could go for it there. Okay, for other updates then, I mentioned he was teething, which seemed so early and I wasn't sure that was it at this point. But he is just biting, and like you stick your like little knuckle or something and he bites down and he gets his hand in his mouth and he like grunts out like, and there's drool, and I'm like, wow, you really are teething, I think, at this point. So that's been kind of crazy. He still hates his car seat. That is definitely just something I wanted to touch on because he has not grown out of that yet. He just screams in the car, will not fall asleep. It's really rough, especially for school pickups. I am back to work. I shared that in a last video, so that's another kind of update because he's not taking a bottle. So I'm so glad I work from home. And then lastly, the only thing that we still have is the cradle cap, which I mentioned, and nothing has really been seeming to kind of help that much, but I just found a new product. I will link it, put the picture of it here and link it in the description and let you know how that works, because I have very, very high hopes for this product. So, all right, that's pretty much it for updates. That's what we're up to. Do you want to say bye-bye? You want to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye, buddy. We'll see you guys next time, and check out that 3-month video from my other babies if you want more activity kind of ideas. So we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.